Okay, we're going to get started here with the baby's second physical. And this took place in July of 2008, July 18th actually, if I remember correctly. Hopefully I do. And we're going to start with a cross-section of the brain, which is always the most important part. Sometimes not the most interesting, but it's really important to make sure that the head is the right size and the right shape. And it'll help us gauge how far along the baby is and make sure that it's a nice egg-shaped head, just like you can see here. It's a nice shape. It's not shaped like an apple, like my brother's head, or a square, like mine. And get a little look, just a little start at the face here, get started on some of the features of the face. And you can see a side view of the brain here. Now we're going to look at the heart, and you can see the heart pumping blood through the various chambers and then into the aorta. And here in this cross-sectional view, the aorta is just below the heart there. And you can see the blood coming through there shortly after it gets through the heart. Now we're going to do a side view, and the blood is moving down along the spine as it's supposed to. And this is a pretty interesting view. And we're going to do a fetal heartbeat. And this just gets me really excited when I see this. And it's pretty interesting. So we're going to make sure that there's plenty of blood flow, plenty of blood pressure, good rhythm. You can see the 4 chambers of the heart here moving in sequence. Nice view. And get a little view of some of the other parts here in a second, so you can see some of the stomach and the digestive tract there off to the right. And you get a nice view of the heart here. It's kind of a cute little pumping heart. Now, next thing is we are going to look at the skull and make sure there's no strange protuberances or other lumps on the head. Got 2 eyeballs here, 2 eye sockets. 3 would be kind of cool, but definitely don't want just one. I want a cyclops. Now we're going to do some other looks here, and we're going to kind of look at the other end of things here. And this is probably the most exciting part of this particular visit, because you can see this little coffee bean structure. And this is proof that it's a little girl, so we're pretty excited. The sonographer kind of took a break and gave us a little pep talk about how great it is to have little girls and how his daughter became a doctor. I don't know whether I want my daughter to be a doctor, but if that's what she wants, I guess that's fine. Catherine started screaming and clapping and cheering and crying all at the same time, because she knew she was going to have somebody else to team up with her against me on various decisions, but that's okay. It's usually helpful to have her input. And we're going to get started here pretty soon after this, another quick look at the heart. And we're going to start doing some very interesting stuff with the 4D imagery. And we're going to look at some of the extremities here really quick before we do that. Try to get a nice angle for the 4D image. I don't know exactly why they call it 4D, although I think it's because they capture multiple angles and a time sequence simultaneously. And so here we get the first 4D image. It looks a little odd from here, but you can see her little hand next to her face. She's a beautiful little girl. Now here, this angle, you can see she clearly has Gerard-ish features here. And as you get closer and do a little rotation, as we'll do in a second, here we go. She looks just like my little niece Lucy right here. Almost uncanny. It's the first thing I said when I saw that picture. Hopefully she doesn't talk as much as Lucy. Because I don't know if I could handle it. But come what may, we're going to do another picture here, another 4D image. It's processing. This one looks a little weird from here, but actually what you'll get here in a second is a really interesting profile. So as this image gets rotated, we'll be able to get a really nice view of her profile and the structure of her cheekbones. And there she's clearly my daughter, which brought me a lot of relief at this point. This is a beautiful little girl. She'll probably have curly hair, but she's going to look like me, so she's going to be a little Catherine head. Maybe she'll be a redhead. She's growing up with lots of energy. Probably a little chubby. She gets that from both sides, so. But that's okay, because she'll probably have good self-esteem, and she's a beautiful little girl. So we look forward to seeing her in a couple months.